Well, good morning, world. It's now June 1st. It's 4:30 in the morning. Big Green and I just spent the most delightful 4.5 hours here at this rest stop. It was raining last night. We couldn't find a place to stay. And I didn't want to fall asleep at the wheel, so I just pulled over, got into the back, found the sleeping bag, covered myself with the sleeping bag, put the seat back, and fell asleep. It was about midnight, and now it's 4:30 in the morning, and I'm off. As you can see, things have gotten a little disorganized inside Big Green due to this pulling the sleeping bag out in the middle of the night. Also, I seem to have lost one of my camera batteries. I know it's back there somewhere. It's at that stage of the trip where things begin to fall apart. Oh well. I'll figure out what milepost we're at here in a minute and exactly where we are. I'll report back in a few minutes after I get oriented. But look at that cloud. It's come down into the valley over there. I think I had the microphone turned off there at the last segment, but the point is, at midnight, Big Green and I pulled off because I was getting sleepy, and I put a sleeping bag over me and slept, and it was 4:30 in the morning when I woke up. Wasn't exactly a perfect night's sleep, but not bad. And so now I'm being treated to sunrise. We are coming up to the Continental Divide here, so we can later figure out exactly where this happened. 12,288 on the odometer. Which reminds me, I forgot to write that down. Actually, I think we passed the Continental Divide rest stop, which you may recall we stopped at on the way into Alaska. right along going into the sunrise. Okay, so now I'm on the Cassier Highway, Highway 37, headed south. Probably 200 miles where I'm going to pick up the Trans-Canada Highway. But the reason I stopped is to show you something interesting, show myself something interesting. And that interesting thing is these flowers, which I see everywhere on the side of the road. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of them here. Which provides an opportunity to use my macro lens, which I have not used at all on this trip. And while I'm at it, here's another little flower going on the side of the road. Well, the lady in the restaurant where I had breakfast said this was a lonesome highway. And boy, is it ever. It's my third lonesome highway. But the Trans-Canada Highway will not be lonesome at all. Okay, so on the Cassier Highway, come across this crazy place, the Jade store. Apparently, these people who run this store lease a mountain or mountains that are made out of jade. And they sell this jade all over the world, mainly to China. That's okay, don't worry about it. And so I was talking to the girl in there. She's been to Hong Kong and China and here and there. And you can buy products in there that are carved, but they get them carved in the Far East. They take this jade over there, get it carved in the Far East, bring it back, and sell it in the store. I'm going to walk in the store here in a minute. So there is a jade boulder. There's some jade cutting equipment. They can cut blocks here, which they sell in the store. But anything that's carved is carved in the Far East. And here's a crazy jade boulder patch. It's so cool. This is really cool. Now, believe it or not, these people have a TV show that is not broadcast in the U.S. It's like a reality show of jade mining. Jade Fever, I think it's called. So this is the jade store. Anything you want in jade, you can get in here. Jade rings, jade Indian stuff. And here's the really expensive pieces. These are $4,000 or $5,000.
I think it's called Alaskan Diamond is the nickname. This is
And hats.
rhodonite. So are any of these catching your eye as a replacement?
Ashtray. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's crazy.
Yeah, feel free to try some of them out as well.
I know. I've been asking them.
Okay, so now it's time to say goodbye to Jade City and get moving on here. I guess I never realized that Big Green is actually the same color as some of the higher quality jade pieces. Big Jade. Continuing on June 1, it's now about 2 o'clock local time. And this is just the prettiest little forest. It's all, as you can see, pine, birch, aspen, and poplar. Not so sure about my tree identifications, but we are headed south. We're going to meet up with the Trans-Canada Highway and in another 120 or so miles. But this has been just a pleasant drive. There's also some mountain scenery. I mean, it's been raining on and off all day, but the mountain scenery has been beautiful with the clouds. And we'll just keep it up. Got a long way home. We're still in, at least we're in British Columbia now. We're out of the Yukon. South to Springfield. I'm going south. The rush is on. I mean, on this drive, there's just been one gorgeous little lake after another. Very few people out here. Made a liar out of me. Well, one car every 15 minutes doesn't make a lot of people. But I mean, just look at this beautiful, pristine. And it's just been like this all day long on this road after the Jade. I mean, after all, it is springtime up here. I mean, it's not summer yet. Okay, so now I'm stopped at a rest stop along this Cassier Highway, and it's been raining most of the day, but all of a sudden the sun came out, at least in here, and I've remarked before, I think the air is gloriously clear. Gloriously clear. Well, the adventure continues. It's about 5:30 local time. I did stop and take a nap at a rest stop, but this is really interesting territory. First of all, it's largely uninhabited. Secondly, there's a mixed deciduous and evergreen forest, and the further south I get, the more deciduous trees there are. Now off to the right, of course I'm going south, so off to the right is to the west, and actually the Alaska's only within, I don't know, 50, 75 miles west of here, and I'm talking the coast of Alaska, so we're looking at a pretty well-watered area, and it's low too. The elevation here is only 400 meters, so it's pretty interesting. There's also some pretty big mountains off to the west of here, but I don't think this doesn't feel like this road is ever going to end. Major milepost is a place called Meziadin, Meziadin Junction, and interestingly, there was about 10 kilometers back, there was a sign that said, "Watch for bears for the next 40 kilometers." So that's what I'm doing. I'm watching for bears. One thing about this route is you simply don't see all the camping places like along the Alaska Highway. They simply aren't out here. going to be another long night, I think. We'll see. I'm in good spirits. I'm happy. I mean, who wouldn't be happy in all this beautiful greenery? Especially having been on that high tundra just 2 days ago. The 4 bears back in there. Let me back up just a little bit. Yeah, doggone it. You can see a little movement in the tree. Right in the middle of the screen. See that pine tree? Alright, just to the left of the pine. Yeah, this is hopeless. Anyway, there were 4 bears. They got away. All right, bear. 3 bears. Boy, this is Bear Alley through here. Now I'm at this place called Meziadine Junction. It's like Bear City. This is interesting. There's a bear, and he is right next to an advertisement for a place where you can go for bear viewing in Stewart, British Columbia, which is on over by the ocean. I don't think I'm going to go over there, but I just love the irony of this little sign of the bear. The bear and the bear viewing. That's nice. There's Mr. Bear. I think the bears are happy around here, man. It's like spring has burst around here. Bear viewing. I don't know why I think that's so comical. Hey, bear. Okay, I'm back on 37 South. And here's hoping we can find a place to stay before it's over, although, we'll see. I'm game for about anything. Provincial Park. So now it's 10 till 8 on June 1st, and I'm just loving this drive. It's so gorgeous. I mean, it's so green, and we're headed south on 37th, about to hit 16, which is, I hope, a major highway. Look at this green. This is British Columbia. We're not, like I said, we're maybe at this point 100 miles from the coast. But it's really beautiful through here. Kitwanga is the name of this town. Kitwanga. Kitwanga.